The Armed Forces of the Philippines calls China Coast Guard's account of the reported collision between its vessel and a Filipino resupply boat in Ayungin Shoal as deceptive and misleading. According to the China Coast Guard, their vessel took control measures against the Philippines resupply ship for entering the waters off Ayungin Shoal at 5:59 a.m. on Monday, June 17, causing a collision between the two. The China Coast Guard claims the Philippines violated the international regulations for preventing collisions at sea, alleging that the Philippines resupply ship deliberately approached the Chinese ship in an unprofessional manner. However, AFP Public Affairs Chief Colonel Cerces Trinidad says the AFP will not dignify what he calls as deceptive and misleading claims of the China Coast Guard. Nonetheless, Trinidad says the AFP will not further discuss operational details on the legal humanitarian rotation and resupply mission at Ayungin Shoal, but he insists that the mission was conducted well within the country's exclusive economic zone. Philippine Coast Guard spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea, Commodore J. Tariela, earlier declined to comment on China Coast Guard's claim, but later clarified that they are not in charge with the operation. The regular resupply mission in the BRP Sierra Madre grounded in Ayungin has become one of the flashpoints of tension in the West Philippine Sea, as Chinese vessels resorted to usage of water cannons during previous missions, which even injured Philippine Navy personnel at one point. A 104-meter Chinese research vessel appears to be surveying off Scarborough or Panatag Shoal, according to a West Philippine Sea monitor. In a post on X, Sea Light Director Ray Powell says China's research ship Haiyang DG-4 Hao has moved into the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. According to Powell, the Chinese ship was observed northwest of Panatag Shoal. China seized control of Panatag Shoal's lagoon in 2012 after the China Coast Guard standoff with Philippine vessels. China's actions stem from its assertion that it owns almost the entire South China Sea, including the West Philippine Sea, even if an international tribunal ruling on a case filed by Manila in 2013 has effectively invalidated such a claim in July 2016. The landmark decision also covered Panatag Shoal, a declared traditional fishing ground that should be shared by the Philippines, China, and Vietnam. Since January 2024, Chinese research ships were spotted inside the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. 21 Filipino seafarers rescued from the Houthi-hit merchant ship INQUIRER in the Red Sea arrived in the Philippines on Monday, June 17. According to the Department of Migrant Workers, the crew members on board a flight from Bahrain International Airport arrived at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport Terminal 3. According to the agency, the seafarers will be receiving financial assistance worth 230,000 pesos. Before this, the crew members each received 30,000 pesos or 192 Bahraini dinars from the government of Bahrain. Based on reports, Houthi rebels off the western coast of Yemen hit the Liberia-flagged Tutor with drones and missiles on June 12. 22 Filipino seafarers were on board MV Tutor. Among them, 21 were rescued, while one remains missing. Senator Risa Hontiveros bears documents linking a former government official convicted in a pork barrel scam with illegal Philippine offshore gaming operators. Based on the documents released by Hontiveros, former Technology and Resource Center Deputy Director General Dennis Cunanan acted as an authorized representative for two Pogo firms, Hongsheng Gaming Technology in Bamban, Tarlac and Lucky South 99 Limited Incorporated in Porac, Pampanga. Cunanan signed as Lucky South 99's authorized representative in a letter dated October 20, 2020 to then Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation Chair Andrea Domingo. The Pogo firm was raided by authorities on June 4 following reports that it was being used for human trafficking. Cunanan's name was also mentioned as one of the two designated authorized representatives of Hongsheng in a letter of its President and Chief Executive Officer, Thelma Barago Laranan, to Domingo, dated September 10, 2020. The company was raided by authorities in February 2023 for allegedly running a fraudulent cryptocurrency investment operation. In a statement, Hontiveros says Cunanan figured in one of the largest corruption scandals in the Philippines, adding that Cunanan may also be applying to Pogos what he did to the Priority Development Assistance Fund. The former official was sentenced to a 26-year jail term for his involvement in the PDAF scam. According to Hontiveros, Cunanan will be invited to the next Senate Committee on Women hearing to clarify his connection to the two Pogo firms. Hontiveros further says that the documents show the connection between the Pogos in Bamban, Tarlac and Porac, Pampanga. Hontiveros reiterates that there is no differentiation between bad or good Pogos. The senator also points out that it seems that Pogos are deliberately tapping former and present officials they can easily corrupt. The Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission says suspended Bamban Mayor Alice Guo may face human trafficking charges this week. In an interview, PAOCC spokesperson Winston Casio explains that Guo may be liable for the crime because she had partial ownership of properties where alleged human trafficking activities took place. According to Casio, aside from human trafficking charges, the agency is also viewing other possible charges in relation to money laundering. Casio says that they will file human trafficking charges against Guo and her co-conspirators within the week. Casio cites a provision in the anti-human trafficking law that penalizes owners of buildings and properties that allow their estates to be used for human trafficking. Guo previously claimed she sold her share in Baofu Land, the property in Tarlac where government authorities raided an illegal Philippine offshore gaming operator identified as Yuan Technology Incorporated in March. But according to Casio, while Guo may say that she sold her Baofu Land share before running for mayor in 2022, Guo may still have culpability because it was she who signed off on lease contracts between Yuan Technology Incorporated and Baofu Land.